Apparently, March is supposed to be like some huge Modern Warfare Remastered month. I don't know if it's like March Madness for Modern Warfare Remastered, but anyway, there's supposed to be a ton of new content coming throughout the month, probably in the form of like DLC weapons and then just a bunch of other like supply drop exclusive items. But we're not going to be talking about those. We're going to be talking about 4 new maps coming to Modern Warfare Remastered. Now, this is going to be in the form of a variety map pack, which will be dropping on March 21st on PlayStation 4. Then like 30 days later, Xbox and PC users will have access to this variety map pack. Now, the 4 maps in this map pack are Killhouse, Broadcast, Creek, and Chinatown. And if you guys played the original Call of Duty 4, you're well aware that these are really, really good maps. Like most of the time when DLCs drop in Call of Duty, the zombie map is really good, and then there might be 2 good DLC multiplayer maps, and then the other 2 are really lackluster. That's not the case for this map pack. Like back in Call of Duty 4, these 4 maps were like some of the top 4 in the game. Like these are really, really good maps. You guys will enjoy them if you purchase them. Now, see how I put an emphasis on the word purchase? This map pack will not be free. It's going to cost $14.99, but it will come with 10 rare supply drops in addition to the 4 multiplayer maps. Now, I already told you guys that the map pack itself is really good. The maps flow great. They play well in pretty much any type of game mode that you really enjoy playing, from like team deathmatch, domination to search and destroy. These maps are fantastic for any game mode. Now, the maps are great, but there is an issue that I have with these coming into the game when they're being charged for and they're not free. Now, I can see why, as a company, Activision would want to charge for this variety map pack, because it does take time, money, and resources of their employees at Raven to develop these maps and put them in the game. The only thing that we were ever really promised was the 10 maps at launch, and then they told us they'd give us the 6 that they missed from the original Call of Duty 4, and they held up their end of the deal. They gave those to us in December. Now, with all that being said, I still feel like it would be a mistake on their part to charge for these maps, and here's why. $14.99 for the 4 maps is a little bit steep, because usually in DLC map packs, they're like $15 standalone for the main Call of Duty title. Those are brand new maps that we've never seen before, and we get a zombies map, which is pretty much like 90% of the reason why people want to get the map pack in the first place. This doesn't have zombies. It's replaced with 10 rare supply drops. I don't know about you guys, but I really don't value supply drops in Call of Duty in any way, comparing them to like a zombies map. So that's why I feel like the price is a little, I mean, it's justified. $14.99 is not too steep because they have those supply drops in there. I know a lot of people really enjoy those, so I can understand why their pricing model is what it is. But I feel like if they do charge for this, it's going to split the player base up even more, and it's going to make matchmaking absolutely horrendous. Now, this is the first year Call of Duty's really struggled with having a bunch of people to like populate their playlist. Obviously, Call of Duty has had a downward trend of amount of players online for the past like 3 years. Call of Duty Ghosts didn't really have a whole lot of players online past a few months of the launch of the game. Advanced Warfare's numbers completely dropped off, and they even took the player online count away from that game. Black Ops 3 I felt like was a little more populated, but still they didn't have the player online count. This year they still don't have that, and on top of that, there are 3 Call of Duty titles that are being supported this year. Black Ops 3 is alive and well. There's a lot of new DLC items coming into that game, which is keeping it fresh, and a lot of people are probably going to stick with that game till Call of Duty 2017 comes out. Modern Warfare Remastered, like we're talking about right now, it's a secondary game of the year, but still there's a decent amount of people in the community playing it. And then finally, Infinite Warfare, as unpopular as it is still the fresh new Call of Duty title of the year, so there's a lot of people playing that as well. Now, the Call of Duty community separating amongst 3 games, we're not going to weight them because there's probably more playing one game versus the other, but just for the sake of argument, we'll say the community is split in third already. Now, when DLCs come out, I don't know what the numbers are, but let's just say 50% of the people have it, 50% of the people don't. That is 1/6 of the community fragmented trying to matchmake on across like 10 different game modes, and Team Deathmatch is usually the only one that's not hindered, but all the other game modes, domination, search and destroy, kill confirmed, uplink, hardpoint, and then all the other like crazy nuances that they add in throughout like weekly warfare and stuff like that. It's probably really, really hard to find good connections to match like people across the world. Like, it's incredibly hard right now on Infinite Warfare, ever since the new DLC pack came out, to matchmake in a timely fashion. If I'm not playing team deathmatch, I'm really having a hard time finding lobbies. Now, what I can do to combat this is get in a party with someone on my friends list that doesn't have the DLC pack, and it seems to make matchmaking a lot smoother, and I can finally find matches. So that's going to come to Modern Warfare Remastered by having people split up in the community by not having the DLC and having the DLC. And this whole matchmaking issue of splitting the player base in half, that's really my only concern about the map pack, because like I said from the beginning, this is a really good variety map pack. Every single map in this whole DLC is really, really good. Besides Killhouse, the 3 maps are good for 6-on-6, 3-on-3, ground war, and then Killhouse is fantastic for cage matches. Like, I'm really glad that these maps are coming in. I just wish they were free, because splitting the player base up already more than it is with 3 Call of Duty titles, I feel like matchmaking is going to take a big hit. Infinite Warfare last week for me on the Xbox One already went downhill. Trying to find games is absolutely terrible. I have yet to... Actually, no. I haven't even played a DLC map on Xbox One yet. I played them on the release of PlayStation 4 like a month ago. But other than that, I have not played a DLC map on Infinite Warfare. And I feel like for the people that do buy the variety map pack, they're going to get so sick and tired of not finding matches. They're going to do the same thing I do and party up with people that don't. So they're not really going to be able to experience these maps all the time. So what's the true value of having 4 maps that you really don't want to play because it just takes so long to get in games? Guys, that's my argument. Tell me down in the comments, what do you think? Do you think that the pricing of $14.99 for these 4 maps and 10 rare supply drops is reasonable? Personally, I think it's not too bad. Like $14.99, I don't know, it balances out to me with the 10 rare supply drops. I really don't value them for anything. They're not that big of an issue for me. But the thing is, playing them maybe 1 or 2 times a week, because I'm going to get sick and tired of not being able to get in matches. I feel like it's going to lose the value of those maps. So that's my initial reaction to this. Let me know down below what you think. My name's Kyle Gravy. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're new. If not, that's okay. Check out some of my other videos on screen. And until the next video, I'll see you.